Shweta, working as an assistant professor in SNS College of Technology in Agriculture Engineering Department. So today we are going to talk about parboiling. It is the most important step in our rice. As we all know, rice is our staple food, right? So first we have to harvest the crop and we have to do the proper cleaning. Then we have to separate the husk from the grain, and then we have to do the parboiling. So in this PPT we are going to see how parboiling impact our society and what are the models we can implement to increase the efficiency of parboiling in India. So parboiling of paddy. First, let us discuss the three major steps in parboiling of paddy. The first one is soaking, second one is steaming, and third one is drying. In soaking, as we all know, generally we use cold water to soak the harvested paddy up to 24 hours, and in moderate range like 6 to 8 hours in the temperature of 60 to 70 degrees Celsius. After that soaking, we have to do steaming. By proper steaming, we can get gelatinize the starch particles, and it also fix the nutrients into our paddy grain. And the next step is drying. Drying is very important as it reduces the bacterial content and increase the shelf life of a paddy. So generally 12 to 14 percentage moisture is required for the paddy after drying. So the last step is very crucial. As we all know, everything in this world has pros and cons. Likewise, it has merits and demerits. It has merits like it helps to reduce the grain breakage, and it helps to increase our yield, and also it retains the vitamins and essential minerals which supports our body, and also it helps to extend the shelf life, which is very important. And it has the demerits like we can use a natural color like generally, as we all know, rice are golden yellow color. During soaking, it may reduce the color content, and also it requires more energy and power. And we also have large processing unit for parboiling. So, in simple terms, we can say parboiling is a hydrothermal treatment. It involves soaking, steaming, and drying of paddy, as we already discussed in our first slide. And it also majorly helps to increase the nutrient retention, and it reduces breakage and improves the rice quality. So, here I give some flow chart like first we have to harvest the crop, then we have to remove the husk, then we have to separate the rice into white rice or brown rice according to our need, then we have to do the parboiling process. The next slide that we are going to see is empathy. How this parboiling affects different age group people in our society. Like in farmers, parboiling affects majorly in less breakage, and for millers, if the parboiling done great, then they get high yield. Consumers, they may get nutritive product when parboiling is properly done. Then society is also benefited by overcome from less food waste. Next one is defined. Here I took the problem statement like if parboiling is done proper, there should be no high breakage and nutrient loss in raw paddy milling due to the pre-treatment process like drying, steaming, filtration, and etc. Oh, ideate. Here comes I give some ideas like innovative solutions for efficient parboiling methods like we can use continuous parboiling units for uniform treatment like we can give continuous wet treatment and temperature and pressure etc. And also we can check the optimized soaking temperature. As we all know, typical temperature for soaking is 60 to 70 degrees Celsius for faster hydration. And we can also integrate IoT, the new technology, to monitor the temperature, humidity, and pressure during steaming. Out of all this, use of continuous parboiling units shows the better treatment for high efficiency of parboiling. Prototype. So here I suggest some prototypes we can implement to increase the yield of parboiling, like we can use continuous parboiling unit, and also we can put some steam based system for energy efficiency. It is also high effective in low cost, and we can also optimize the soaking for faster hydration, and we can also implement IoT based monitoring. So test how we are going to test this our models, like we can evaluate high rice yield percentage at frequent, like we can take at every seventh day of a month to calculate their yield, color and nutritional retention, like vitamins, minerals, calcium and potassium. And also we can also compare raw and parboiled rice quality, how the characteristic changes during parboiled and during when raw at in respective with the surrounding environment. And also we can conduct the cooking, so we can test the quality and sensory evolution between raw and parboiled rice. So what are the applications generally in real life of parboiled rice, or we can consume in our daily basis, like boiled rice for meals, idli, dosa and etc. And also we can use in food industries like puffed rice, flagged rice and ready to eat items. And in byproducts, like we can use for husk for fuel and cattle feed, brain feed and in livestock etc. So here is a mind map, generally shows how parboiling is done. First we have to harvest, next we have to soak at 60 to 70 degrees Celsius, then we have to do the steaming to remove the water content, and then to get rid of a bacteria we have to do the drying, then milling, where there we get more byproducts, then we have to pack. Packaging is very appropriate not to increase the shelf life, then storage. So these are the references